Ugh, that sums it up. I can't even say good morning, Panther.
Yeah, I
It,
can say it. Good morning,
it's
Panther fans.
yeah, good,
Welcome to
yeah.
Flying Fluffy Hockey, the number one Panther podcast in the world.
It's 41 degrees. It's been drizzling for 2.5 days straight. We haven't seen the sun since like freaking Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is because the sun hasn't come up or down. It's just been bleh for days on end. It's so black outside. Even the Saint Bernard is like, yeah, I've had enough of this bullshit. Let me inside.
For
That's
those
how
for
shitty the
those
weather
new
is.
viewers, Eric is in Maryland,
Yeah.
the biggest Panther fan in Maryland.
So I'm just gonna let's do. Let me, in fact, well, I got the picture ready to share here. So
Yeah, so indulge me, guys, because there's some shout outs, you know.
we'll let Stu run
Yeah,
this
so the
for the
first
next.
shout out obviously is
There you
to
go.
like,
There's Stu and Tom
go, wait a
and
second. Wait a
I,
second.
I, you've been bugging me since
All
for
right,
12
too late.
hours to have the
Too
picture
late.
ready. I
All
got
right,
the picture up, and now you tell me to wait.
Eric, zip it.
I zip it.
So I want to tell you, I want to say thank you to Randy. Seats were incredible. All right. So that's Miss Gabby. Gabby is our new, she's not new, she's no rookie anymore, but she's our in house hostess. I guess it was Cowboy night last night, but Gabby, if you're watching your first time, I want to thank you for coming on. And I want you to thank you for being a sweetheart, for taking the picture. Gabby is beautiful. She's talented. She's got an IG page. This is a very talented young lady, guys and girls. So subscribe to her IG. But really nice. And that's Tom. You all know Esoteric Tom. He came with me to the game. And like I said, big shout out and thank you to Randy Moeller for the tickets. Randy's got seats 6 rows up from the ice, dead center. And you get a different perspective down there from some of the other seats that I sit out. So quick shout out to Laura and Addie who let me hang with them on the glass. I wore my Aaron Ekblad jersey last night. Just figured maybe I would spur him on, and I'm not going to break the head off this one. But sorry, Eggplant, your jersey is now retired because I have not had a good track record wearing that thing.
Hey, we haven't won a game in 3 years when I wear my red jersey. So
So
it's it my
I'll go.
that one got retired as well. I
I'll
tried
go
it
back.
one game this year and it we lost it. So in fact, I had to take it off after the first period. We were losing so bad.
I'll go back to the retro Chuck E. Cheese jersey.
Yeah.
Tom mentioned something to me because we were talking about bobbleheads. Apparently, Sasha Barkov must have watched our video because he now has a Barkov head on his shelf in his locker stall.
No. We've been through this. We've been through this. That somebody threw in fact, if somebody wanted to work it the opposite way, they would say we were copying him. Because what happened was somebody threw one of the bobbleheads on the ice after the game, and he picked it up, and they interviewed him after the game. So if
Okay.
anybody, they probably think, oh, they're copying us now. But that's why he's got it that head because somebody threw it on the ice and it. So apparently, the craftsmanship. I think the lesson to learn here is whoever's making the bobbleheads, forget about throwing it from the ice, and it couldn't even survive a fall from how tall is the table? 2 feet that your laptop's on.
Yeah. Wasn't that far. All I can say is number one, it didn't look like him, and number two, I'm not happy with the minis. All
Yeah.
right. I mean, unfortunately, they have him in NHL All Star attire instead of Panther attire. So
Of course.
listen. All right. So let's
Yeah.
get to the game. The big
Yes.
elephant in the room is why start Stolars. It's not, I predicted this game. I, I just I just knew after playing three really good games in the Canadian market there.
Right.
We come back, and it happens time and time again. The first day, first game back from a road trip.
Right.
So I watched your recap last night because couldn't fall asleep, and I have some disagreements with you. Now, it's not to say I wanted Stolarz to be in the net after Bob played so good, but I kind of sort of knew he would be because I think Maurice's mindset is to save Bob for Dallas and I guess Pittsburgh's the next game. But yeah, and the fact that Stolarz had a pretty good game last game.
Right.
But Tom and I were talking about it, and it's just the guy is just Jekyll and Hyde in every true sense of the word. He played great last game.
Right.
He played like shit last night. Too many rebounds. Now, one thing that you said on the recap was that the Panthers played pretty good. Well, I saw it differently.
Well, I want to let you finish your point, but there's only one reason I said that, so that you understand. I think we had something like 93 shot attempts. So from the perspective of shooting the puck.
Yeah, and how many did we finish?
That's a.
All right. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
This is what I observed. And again, I'm 6 rows off the ice, pretty much right on the red line. The Panthers were very sloppy last night. They were off sync.
Right.
Not that they played horrible, but the Islanders took it to us. There were a couple of spurts, but for the most part, I just thought they were off last night. And I thought that, I'm not going to say, well, I am going to say the effort wasn't there like it was in the previous road games. I don't know why, but
well, look, you and I talked about this after the playoffs, after the finals and everything, about how to play that style, we're not going to be able to play at 82 games. You can't play at 82 games. But the other team that we're playing sure as hell can lay it all out there for the one night. And on a night that we don't have our best, it's going to look like that, where we're watching it and going, I mean, their forecheck was absurd. They were sending 2 guys into the zone. We couldn't get out of the zone half of the third period.
The Islanders and Jersey are 2 of those teams, specifically the Islanders. Obviously, I still got to bug up my ass that they beat us. Trocheck was tripped year.
Both of them beat us.
And, of course, the Islanders were my team.
Right.
Not only working for them, but, following the 4 cups and whatnot. So it's a little not that there's mixed feelings because I'm really 100% Panthers over Islanders. But it was nice to see the colors. And it was nice to see some Islander fans in the stands. And there were a few in front of me that were annoying as shit. But just so you know, guys, the Islanders' record in the last 6 games was 5-1.
Right.
So it's not like a team like who's got 14 points. I was watching last night. I don't know. It's not San Jose. Chicago. With Connor Bedard's got 14 points.
Right.
All right. So the Islanders are, not a pushover team.
Right.
And I'm not saying we took them lightly, but we certainly didn't take it to them. They took it to us. All right, so player observations.
Does Anton Lundell score any more goals from 6 rows back?
He's at the top. He's at the top of my shit list. Luosterainen is definitely, putting the effort in, but that line is. I'm not going to say nothing. But that line does not have the same chemistry as they did with Reinhart.
Right.
When Reinhart was playing with them, they were a lot better team, a lot better, cohesive. But obviously Reinhart's, on the top line, scoring the 16th goal last night on a really good play by Montour, backhand pass, and I don't even know who dished it off.
He's on pace for 60 goals, bro.
What's that?
He's on pace. I'm doing the math in my head. He's on pace for
Yeah,
60 goals.
he'll slow down. I mean,
We better hope.
I predict, he's going to get 40 plus, maybe. Stay healthy. The key to this season right now, and I'll say it again, the Panthers have to stay relatively healthy.
Right.
No major injuries to any of our key guys. And we're going places. And listen, we lost last night. Stolar sucked. Gave up too many rebounds. But at the same time, we also let some players hover around the front of the net. There were a couple of good snipes in that game last night. I mean, Chucky, thank God, he scored a goal. I know you said that he's pacing himself. I don't know about that, but he's definitely not throwing the body like the old,
right.
Like what we're used to.
Right.
But what else? The power play, Alexander Barkov. I mean, shoot the freaking puck, dude. I think, I don't know which power play, but Tom and I was very frustrating to see. He was actually, if you look at that face-off dot as we're watching, TV there, he was on the right side of the face. No, the inside of the face-off dot, almost around where they drop the puck.
Right.
Perfect shooting lane, and he passes.
Right.
So on the power play, 5 shots, guys. When we were getting those, those shots on goal in the power play, we were scoring like rebound.
Right.
Verhaeghe put one in like that. But all we're getting is Reinhard Verhaeghe. Yeah. Somebody else has to step up, and you are right on. Anton Lundell. The kids had 50 close-in chances this year.
Right.
How many has he buried? 2?
One of them was an empty net, I think.
Very frustrating. That line is very frustrating. And I will say, Cousins, you're right. It's just not, for some reason,
well,
not that he's a bad player, but
right.
I think they need to try somebody else on that right wing. I say Rodriguez.
Right. So then that would put, and then who you putting up top in Rodriguez's spot? See, what I would do, to be honest with you, I would put Stenlin at 3C, and I would move Lundell up next to Barkov and put Rodriguez down with Stenlin and Luosterainen.
I would put Luosterainen on the top line. Sorry. Keep Lundell at center.
Right.
With I don't know, with Rodriguez and Cousins.
Right.
But I just wasn't happy with the effort. And some of the defense, Montour's trying to do too much, for sure. He doesn't have what he had. There's something off with him. And, of course, my favorite whipping boy. It's funny how you said eggplant, not eggplant. That's how I don't know about Eric so much, but I use voice to text.
Right.
And you need a Stu dictionary to understand the translations. And it's probably because I talk too fast. Like, we are very sloppy tonight, and Stolar sucks my dick. And that it was supposed to be Stolars. Okay? So I always have to correct myself. And you wrote crowd asleep. So, it wasn't really a sellout crowd. It wasn't loud.
Those new subscribers you were talking about?
Yeah.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah, sorry, Laura and Addie.
Jesus Christ.
But, it was really cool.
Now Ryan, I know why Hall sued Oates, okay?
Right, you'll cut that. So, Ryan.
I can't cut it, bro.
So, Ryan Lomberg is like the coolest guy. So there was a young kid on the glass before, pregame warm-ups. And, it's crazy. All the kids are
It was
banging on the glass, and the players are just – but at the end of the warm-ups, Ryan Lomberg came over and threw it, gave this kid – it didn't land when he threw it over, so everybody kind of sort of got it to the kid because Lomberg was pointing to him.
Right.
Very
cool.
cool.
Real quick, just in the chat, well, Rosado was here. I had not acknowledged him yet. Good morning, buddy. He says going to the ice den today, so they must be having some sort of a function out there. Everybody else is asleep, like we all should be, but we're dedicated here.
It was cowboy night or something. Obviously, Gabby was wearing her cowboy outfit. She looked very nice.
Yeah,
but I saw a lot of people.
Keep it PG now, Stu. Keep it PG, all right?
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I'm just, I was just writing what I text Eric during the game, and sometimes, my emotions kind of get the better of me.
Yeah. I've never seen somebody throw himself under the bus live at 8 o'clock in the morning, but you sure. It's okay. It's all right. Look, you never know what you're going to get here on this channel, and you certainly never know what you're going to get here on this channel. That's okay.
Yeah. And David, my boy, was at the game. He was sitting opposite in 101, and he was with his friends, and always love when my son comes out. I don't know, man. We threw 2 points away. These were 2 points we should have had, and unfortunately, in the last video, I kind of predicted it that, not to take the Islanders lightly, but it's just so weird when a team comes back from a road trip, and the road trip's pretty good. That first game is always like something's off.
Yeah.
So we need to get our goalies, like I said, 4 goals. We got to find a way to do that.
You ain't talking to Paul Maurice about that, though. Paul Maurice ain't no can do on that.
Well, we got to
we got to figure something out because, like you said, I said it. We all Stolarz is Jekyll and Hyde. He's night and day. He's good and bad, right? And so he has the couple of good games, and you think okay, and then he puts out. I mean, not that he was terrible last night. But the way that this team is constructed, you need above average goaltending, okay, and timely goaltending because we're just not going to get the 4 or 5 goals unless.
So, Paul, Eric and I are saying is you got to play Bob pretty much all the time unless there's a back-to-back, and then you put Stolarz in because we can't have this win one, lose one, win one, lose one.
Right.
We should have won that game last night. I mean, the kid's got to work. Robbie Tallis, you got to work with this kid on his rebound control. Let's flip over to Sorokin.
Right.
Who basically gobbled up every shot. I didn't see too many rebounds. I mean, the one rebound that, he gave up, Verhage popped it in.
Right.
And then the defense, they have to do a better job clearing out the front. So you mentioned that I had mentioned about, Eggplant making some mistakes. First of all season he's been guilty of icing the puck, trying for stretch passes. But he did a Uyghur dipsy doodle trying to go around, 2 guys and lost it. And I mean, he's skating okay, but mental, not good decisions with the puck.
Right.
So I don't know what your observations were on the defense, but I wasn't pleased with that.
I mean, I just saw many times the Islanders just being the first guy to the puck. Just they're taking that initial step before we are. That's what I saw. And it didn't matter what zone we were in. They were just more aggressive to the puck. And
we were slower all around and sloppy. Mm-hmm. The game before, I made a comment about how our passing was tape to tape and crisp and fast. The power play, that game we scored 3 power plays. They were moving it around and shooting.
Right.
I mean, Sasha Barkov, man, you gotta shoot. You gotta shoot on the power play. You're in a good position, unless he feels he's gonna get blocked. And I also think they need to start shooting lower. Shooting up high. First of all, if you go to tip it in, it's a high stick, and the goalies are using their hands instead of using their pads. Shoot it low, and then watch for a tip in. So,
No.
anyway, but we need scoring from other guys.
And that's the biggest thing. I mean, Montour's looking better every game. He definitely looked better yesterday, looked more like himself. I'm curious because they're talking about Mahura's going to come back. We kind of forgot about him. And so it sounds like Maurice is going to take somebody off the ice and put Mahura in. And I can only assume that that's going to be Kulikov.
Which I think's a mistake.
Right.
Kulikov he's got a blood transfusion.
Yeah.
Coming back here.
Yeah.
He's looked very solid, game in, game out, except I don't know whether it was the first game or the second game when I, called him out. Ever since then, he's been rock solid. And that OEL Kulikov combo, I mean, you think about it, they're playing third pair.
Yeah.
They're not getting, a lot of minutes, but I like that combination. I really do. And let's face it, Mahura is really no offensive threat. And I think he's regressed also. I think with Gudis not, partnering with him, he looks kind of lost. So if I'm the coach, I keep the defensive core the way it is.
Right.
Sorry, Josh.
Yep. No, I agree there.
Play your best players.
Right. Yeah. Well, and that was the thing that, I mean, I guess Maurice was talking about, getting Stolars in kind of would put them where they'd want to be, like in terms of the split and everything. Man, you got to play that stuff more by, I don't know.
How about Luosterainen, Lundell, and Lomberg? Lomberg on the right wing.
I don't know, man. I mean, Lomberg's got a little bit more finishing than Cousins.
He's faster. He's more aggressive. I mean,
Right.
I really like Cousins, but I'm just talking from a chemistry standpoint. It's obviously not there like it was with Reinhardt. That was a solid good, but again, Reinhardt and Barkov have finally gelled. Yeah. They're finally gelling.
Right.
They seem to have that, like Barkov had with Huberdeau. They kind of sort of both know what's happening.
Yeah, the puck is just going in the back of the net.
I didn't think Sorokin was that good. I mean, he obviously didn't give up rebounds, but he was beatable. It wasn't like we, faced a brick wall like we have in some previous games.
Well, how was the crowd, by the way? Because it seemed like they didn't pick up till close to end.
The crowd was not as electric as it's been.
Right.
First of all, it was far from a full house. But, yeah, I didn't feel it, Some games you just feel like the crowd is buzzing.
Right.
And they were, it wasn't consistent throughout the game.
Yeah.
There were spurts, like when we got the third goal. So three goals for the Islanders were pretty much based on either a defensive mistake or a rebound. Right. But that last goal was a snipe. Again, top shelf, right under the bar.
That was tough. And that's not the first time. I said this in the recap. It's not the first time this year where we were down by 2 in the third period and we get one with more than 10 minutes left and we can't get the second one to even get it to overtime, let alone win the game.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, man. We that used to be, I don't call it a guarantee, but um they're just really struggling when they need to open up the offense.
What's wild is at around 12 minutes, I turned to Tom and said, "We need a goal in the next few minutes
Right.
to give us, you know." And when I looked up, it was 10:24 left on the clock. So
Right.
they did exactly what they needed to do, getting
Yeah.
that third goal.
Yep.
But I did not see the last minute pull the goalie's sense of urgency
Right.
with 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go. When it hit 9:04, I said to Tom, "We're going to run out of time. The way the Islanders are stacking up, it's going to take some type of dirty goal to
Yep.
tie this thing."
Yep.
And it wasn't clicking. The power play wasn't clicking. The PK, obviously, we let in a goal on the power play on the
Yeah.
penalty kill, so that
Quick,
streaks
quick
out.
too.
That
Right.
streaks out the window.
Yep. Yep.
And they were playing without Matt Barzell.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So, all right. So we get no points. We'll be back on
Wait,
Wednesday.
wait.
Okay.
We got to talk about the two upcoming games.
Well, that's what I just was saying. You interrupted me saying we're going to be back on Wednesday. That's the next game, man.
Right. So let's talk a preview of the next game.
That's where I was going.
Dallas Stars are in that top four teams that are going to come out. You know, they're in the final four, in my opinion. Vegas, LA Kings, Dallas, Winnipeg, and Vancouver kind of in that fifth spot that are gonna, you know, in my opinion, take the West. So Dallas, I don't know what our record is, but you know, we're hot and cold with Dallas. We've
Right.
beaten them, they've beaten us. And then I think the next game is the Penguins
The Penguins, yeah.
on the 6th.
No, it's the 6th is the Stars, the 8th is the Penguins.
What's that?
The 6th is the Stars, the 8th is the Penguins.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and the sixth is Aaron Ekblad, mini bobblehead night.
Mini.
So who do we got Monday? Or do we have
We
anybody?
don't. That's what I was trying to
All
say.
right, so we're not playing till Wednesday?
Right.
Yeah, Bob should have been in net. And again, I called Stolars based on last game when he was
Right.
pretty much lights out. So my bad.
Yeah, I didn't understand it from Maurice's sense. I mean, now you've got Bob sat for when did he play? He played Thursday, so he's going to have sat for almost a week by the time he plays on Wednesday against the Stars.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe I actually thought the Stars game was Monday. That's why because they've been playing every other night.
Right.
So
right.
if I had known there was going to be another 3 days off or whatever, I would have said, yeah, get Bob, and then he's got some rest. So these two games, guys, Dallas and Pittsburgh, be worried.
Well, I think we'll rise to the occasion. Rosado's asking if you're going to the Vegas game. When is that, Rosado?
Yeah, that's the game plan. Tom, if you're watching, I know Tom's working on that, but yeah, I haven't missed a Vegas game since they came in the league.
So you're the problem.
I'll find a way to go to the Vegas game.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm the problem.
So you're the
No, it's that Ekblad jersey. Every time I win them, wear that freaking jersey. But I figured I was going to go down to the glass, and Ekblad was going to look in the crowd at that all these kids have these signs, and I was going to give him the number 5.
Right.
And then I was going to give him this. No, I'm kidding. I really thought wearing a jersey might strength, but that jersey is now officially retired. I will not be wearing that because I think the last three
Hey,
times that I've worn it,
you
we've
want to, you
lost.
want to, you want to. I'll sell you my Uyghur jersey. That'll replace your Ekblad
Yeah.
jersey.
I forget who gave it, and I don't know if it's Steve or whatever, but he mentioned it in the live stream last time after the game about that Kings jersey, and I told him my apologies. It was a medium, and that's not going to fit me.
Right, right,
I
right.
take a larger, extra
Yeah,
large jersey,
yeah. That's
but got
that
to
all you
move
got.
on.
I,
Still
I,
early in the season. It's not like it's the last month of the season and we're in a dogfight for the top three because
right.
we ain't getting a wild card this year. I think we're going to finish in the top three.
Yeah, I agree with that, especially if Tampa keeps playing like they do.
Yeah, so we'll see. But 2 points they could have and should have had. Um,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
it.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. There's nothing else to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle and I will be live on Flying Fluffy Football in 4 hours exactly to the minute for the Dolphin game. And then we're going to figure out what we're going to do on Monday and Tuesday. We'll have something out. I'm not sure if we might do another hockey game. We'll figure it out. So, because that's a long time between now and Wednesday.
So all the people that I met last night, and there were a bunch of them that never really heard of our channel. Hit the subscribe button because Eric puts out some good content, and these reviews, it's how we see them. And I will say again, go to the games, watch the games live because when you're watching the TV feed, it's
right,
pretty much they follow the puck. When you go to the game live, you can isolate and watch players away from the puck. Just
right.
gives you a total different perspective.
Yep,
Um,
yep, absolutely.
and hit the like button, guys. Got to promote the channel.
Yeah,
And
we're getting there.
Eric, what did you say about the merch?
Well, yeah.
They rejected your merch because you used a
In
copyrighted name. I mean, what did you think they were going to do?
no, I'm allowed to sell the stuff. It's just they say give your listing a title, and it was just Fine Fluffy Hockey with Jaws and Kyle, and they were not because Jaws is on the shirt or the mug or any of that, but because they had the word Jaws in the title. They deleted everything, including the designs and all of that. So I have to go
Yeah,
back in and redo. Our stuff is fine, but it just instead of saying, "Hey, did you make a mistake? Are you sure?" I mean, but I can re-upload the same designs and just call it Flying Fluffy Hockey featuring Kyle, and it'll be fine. It doesn't matter what's on the shirt. It's just the stupidest thing. So that's all I have to say about that right now. Appreciate all the support.
Forrest Gump. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
All
Exactly.
right. So, what do you got coming up? Football today?
We got football. We got football in 4 hours. Yep. We're eight, so seven, 6, 8,
Yeah.
7 subscribers away from being monetized.
All right. So, guys, if you follow this channel, just go hit the subscribe button for this kid so he can start getting monetized. His big 60 cents.
Well, no,
review.
that's for the live stream, so people can throw us money. When
So we don't play till Wednesday, huh?
yeah, we don't play till Wednesday. I've been bitching about that for a week, bro.
Yeah. The NHL schedulers, man, they're just
I know.
that
So,
makes no sense. But then we play Dallas and Pittsburgh.
right.
Pittsburgh's another team that's hot and cold.
Yeah.
But
No, we're gonna have to be at our best. That's for sure.
Sid the Kid,
Yeah.
him and Ovechkin and Stamkos, the three number one on Kucherov too. I would say those are the top Panther killers in the league.
Pretty much.
Joe Pavelski is another one. So
Yeah.
we better not. I guess Maurice give him a day off today, but tomorrow another Herb Brooks session.
Maybe you can only pull out that.
Do you really think they gave it all? That they gave a good effort last night? Honestly, did I watch a completely different game?
I mean, they weren't bad.
Base it on the previous 3 games.
Yeah, they just weren't as disciplined last night. They just weren't as structured last night. It's like they don't know how to play at home.
All right.
You know
So comments, guys. Were the Panthers sloppy last night?
Yep.
Am I? Did I see? And I'm. I didn't look at it subjectively, and I never do. But I just didn't see that extra gear. I didn't see spurts of the game where they were coming in waves. And we were overwhelming them. The Islanders just played. They shut us down the third.
Yeah.
There were a lot of broken up plays.
Can't give up that 4th goal in that spot. Have to have a save from your goalie at that point. Give yourself a chance to win.
Yep, so. It starts and ends with Stolarz, and like I said, he sucked a big banana last night. How's that? Clean that up.
Appreciate all the support. I'm going to end the stream before Stu goes off on another.
Well, I'm pissed.
We'll see.
When I go to the games, they should win every game. I shouldn't, go to the parking lot and smoke my post-game cigar all PO'd.
I'll have a talk about Bill Zito about that.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Have a great day.